Good afternoon everyone. Right, I've got a few gardening jobs and I've actually been and collected a load of leaves off of some of the trees. There's a lot of leaves on, so I snapped a good few branches off. I'm going to use it for compost. Then I've actually got a load of this stuff and it makes fantastic compost, and I'm sure the worms will actually love me for it. And you know, not everything's always fine here in the province. You know, one day I'm actually going to talk about bullies here in the province. You always get one or two that are no problem, unless you're a tiny little guy. Then you know, I'm sure they'll pick on you. But I'll actually talk about bullies in the province one day soon, I think. You know, because there's always one or two they'll walk past you, and if there's 5 or 6 on them, they'll walk past you, then start getting a bit malicious. And one or two of them are very jealous little boys, you know. For instance, one actually got caught, one or two got caught pinching the guy's mangoes last year. And the guy's a nice guy, he doesn't mind anyone going into the forest and taking a bag of mangoes, you know, a few mangoes for personal use. But these two guys, they took all the damn lot. They're up the trees and they've got sacks of mangoes, and he saw him from across there and he caught him. And this little guy, big shot, he walks around with a machete, and we're going to come to blows sooner or later, I'm sure about that, if he keeps making his big fat gob. And I'll pull him when he's got all his mates with him. That's when I'll pull him, and then it'll show how big a man he is. Anyway, one time I heard him, and what he said was, because the guy took all the mangoes off him, he were going to go and chop all the trees down. I thought, what a stupid little boy. How do they think, these little men? And you know, he actually did chop one of the trees down. And you know, just a little arsehole. And there's one or two of them about. Now, he's not a big hard man, it's no one to worry about. It's just walks around, and all the little boys follow him because they think he's something he's not. So you know, little things can actually, you know, they don't bother you. You just think, well, what's this little fool on about? You know, every time he goes past you, he's got something to say. So I put a stop to him sooner or later. And you know, if he carries on, he might do it every 2 or 3 months, depending if he's brave enough. So you know, what I'm doing today is, that's just bullies in general. And you know what I'm actually doing today, I'll turn the camera around and I'll show you what we're on with. I'll show you what we've been doing, what I've been doing. I decided to make another vegetable plot, and yesterday that's what I started to do. I think Jovelyn might have made a video on it, but I've decided to make a video of it this morning. I think we're on a Friday, guys. Don't know if we're going to Mercia today or tomorrow. Right, that's what I've been doing. So I've been collecting a lot of this green compost. It's now compost and it will turn to compost. And these lovely leaves, what happened is, when they put the lines up, so when they actually put the lines up, can't see them on this camera, they're up there somewhere. So when they put the lines up, they chopped a load of these trees down and branches off for the wires. So now I've got a load of these. Well, not enough. Not got enough of them. I need a few more. And I'm going to actually, I've done this bed. And I thought, well, I might as well make another bed here. And we've got no vegetables to put in. We've got no seeds. But I'm going to do it anyway. So, you know, at least the soil will be actually good. And I did that one 5 weeks ago. So I actually did that one 5 weeks ago. And I'm going to take these out. These are ginger. And these are coming out this week. It's 5 weeks since I dug them up from over there and I moved them over here. You'd have to check the previous video, 5 weeks. These lovely dead leaves, dry leaves, you know, these lovely leaves, they're all going in there. So if I find any, you know, leaves, some of them are crumply and some of them are just about nice. So that's what I'm going to do. Just take that little bit of grass out, and I'm going to dig a trench now, and I'm going to trench all this lot. Right, guys? So that's my gardening jobs for today. And, you know, like I said, I get very bored, so this is what I do. If I'm not carrying rocks out at field, you know, for an hour or so, this is what I normally do, just potter around the garden. But like I said, I've got quite a bit to do this afternoon, so, you know, I'll start on a trench and we'll go from there. But, you know, you need good soil to grow good plants. So that's it, everything looking lush. When these are finished, we'll be able to see that, and it's helping keeping that up anyway. So, right, we'll crack on. Right, I think there's music playing, so it's a voiceover. I'm going to dig 2 trenches now. I've loosened it up, it's very, very hard. So I'm going to dig a trench down one side, put leaves in it, then dig a trench on the other side, put leaves in it. Or I might just trench it as I go and do it that way. But by the looks of this soil, it's not too bad, it's not fantastic, but there is some really nice black soil in here. So I'll actually show you the soil and then we'll start. And I'll dig it all over, and maybe I'll have to walk into the barangay a little bit and get some more leaves. So I'll show you what's going down. Right, so as you can see, you know, very, very sandy, which is quite good. Lot of stone in it, so lot of stone in it, but it's sandy, you know, very, very, very sandy. A little, not too clayey, so it's very sandy, and it will make really good soil. What's going off with these dogs? Looks like they're running downfield here. So there'll be some strange dogs. So both there, look. I've seen dogs that don't belong here, so, you know, they're territorial now, they're growing up. They're pups, but they're growing up now. Right guys, I'm going to do the other side now. Put the rest of the leaves in, and I'm going to keep digging leaves in over the next, you know, I might put another lot of leaves in on top and just dig them in, well rotten, you know, very dry, and then just leave it till we're ready to plant up. It'll be a month or so before it gets planted up. And that bed at the back there, where, you know, where the ginger is, I'm actually going to dig them ginger out in a couple of days. And that bed's been done. It's got a lot of green in it, and it's got a lot of leaf mould. Nature, you cannot beat it. Don't use fertiliser. It just kills the soil. Use good organic matter, and the worms, will love you for it. Let's crack on the other side. That's something else you have to watch, because I'm sure that she's just come out of here. So if the chickens see you digging up, they'll go in and they'll go for the worms. Here she is. You little blighters. So they'll definitely dig my garden up. So I'll have to put some type of protection. You've got it, plenty of these. Right, so I've dug another hole at the other side there, guys. I'll start to fill it in. Right, so you can see the pesty chickens. And there's getting quite a lot of chickens now. Looks like a lot of these guys have been out and bought more chickens. And they're a real pest, the chickens here. They dig everything up. So you have to be careful with your plants. Of course, the chickens, they just don't care. Right guys, see, we're finished. Right guys, we're just back from Mercia, and our little adopted orphan chick looks like she's got some type of disease, and she ain't gonna make it. Look at her now, she's really gasping, and you know, it's a voiceover because I've just had to do a voiceover because there's that much music, and I've got no background noise to take it off. So, you know, we're here in Mercia, and I'll upload this video, and hopefully Saturday, Sunday, I can actually, hello guys, you know, I can actually upload it. So, you know, our little chick, we're actually in Mercia now, but now we're back out from Mercia, and like I said, that's just our little chick, and she hasn't made it. And that's what Jovelyn said, oh, look what's happened to our little chick.